What is up, everybody? My name is Harry Rice. Welcome back to the channel. And today is potentially the last video exclusive for the Canadiens recaps. I'm probably going to try and stream for the next game. However, tonight, the Canadiens, for the first time in almost 4 years, have finally beaten the Boston Bruins. To be fair, last 11 times that we faced them, we've basically beaten ourselves. But we've beaten Boston. The greater score number is on the Canadiens side for the first time in, I believe they said it was 11 games that we hadn't beaten the Bruins. Oh boy. Yeah, the Montreal Canadiens. We finally beat the Bruins again. Holy hell. Let's get into the game. So the opening lines. By the way, if you're new here, we do the opening lines, my little analysis, and talk about the game. I do the stats at the end, and then we head the hell out of here. The opening lines for the Canadiens are Newhook, Suzuki, Anderson, Caulfield, Dvorak, Slavkovsky, Pearson, Monahan, Gallagher, and Pezzetta, Evans, Harvey, Pinard, Matheson, Barron, Guhle, Kovacevic, and Jacky Harris. We're on the blue line. Sam Montembeault gets the start against an 11-1-1 Bruins team coming into tonight. We'll see. Jake Allen continues to be the backup. Surprisingly, no Primo as the backup. I would assume that tomorrow Jake Allen gets the start against Vancouver. We'll see how that game goes. However, the opening lines for the Bruins now were Marchand, Zacha, Pastrnak, Van Riemsdyk. Usually we were I believe, 0-3 coming into tonight when I misspelled a player's name. We are now 1-3-0, surprisingly. Van Riemsdyk, to consider it 2-3-0. I misspelled two names. Van Riemsdyk, Coyle, and Frederick. Heinen, Poitras, DeBrusque, don't expect him to pronounce his name until he's in the top six. Lauko, Beecher, and Steen of the not Alex variety, of the Oskar variety. Lorai, McAvoy, Lindholm, Carlo, and Forbert Mitchell of the Ian variety on the blue line. Jeremy Swayman gets the start net, and Linus Ullmark backs him up as the Bruins are going with the 1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1 situation so far with their goaltending. Before the game, apparently Slavkovsky was benched last game. I actually didn't notice it all too much. There were some healthy scratches. Harvey Pinard would get back into the lineup tonight after, I believe, missing 4 games due to injury. Jesse Ullinen was a healthy scratch tonight. Again, Kaiden Primo technically as well. So, yeah, we've got that. And the Bruins score 36 seconds in. Pavel Zacha tips a Charlie McAvoy shot in. That sucks to see. The Canadiens down 1-0 extremely early on. Looked like it was going to be a very ugly start. However, Habs pressure off the faceoff. Dvorak off a nice turnover pass from Slavkovsky, passes the puck up to him. Just can't bury it for the tie game. That was a solid shot. Pezzetta misses a pass on a real good scoring chance. Could have potentially made it a tie game on a rebound. Pearson then puts a shot wide of the net. He almost tied the game up himself. Habs with momentum, getting really good shifts from all of their lines 5 minutes in. I was really surprised with how good the Canadiens are playing right now. Slavkovsky then has a big hit on Hampus, by the way, Hampus Lindholm, not Elias. On Hampus Lindholm, another one seconds later. Habs with still momentum, chances getting blocked by Boston. They come back in numbers. Marchand was getting booed heavily. And he would for the remainder of the hockey game, but just kind of funny to note that at this point. Monahan has Gallagher with a 2-on-1. Good shot by Monahan. Gallagher on the rebound just barely overskates it. That would have been sick to tie it up. However, again, just barely overskates it. Gallagher not looking like Gallagher from the last 3 years. That scares me. Pezzetta has a pass that's eventually picked off. Monty has to be quick to make a save, and he is. Bruins then push afterwards. Habs can't get many chances. Caulfield with a good rush tried to get a shot off. There's a stick in the lane to break that up. DeBrusque off the post almost makes it 2-0 Boston. That was very quick. Marchand gets hit by Sean Monahan to the benches. You love to see it. Monahan goes back the other way. A great chance off the post. So 2 posts in the span of about a minute. That sucked, but also very fun to see. First line out, trying to push. Suzuki tries to center it twice. Once is off a stick and wide. The other gets covered by Jeremy Swayman. Second line for the Canadiens pushes. Caulfield looks for a shot. There's sticks in the lanes that send it wide. Gallagher, in the midst of a line change, has a good chance. Just can't finish it off. So the shots after the first period, only 6-5 for the Canadiens. Bruins do have a 1-0 lead after the first 20 minutes of play. Despite the low shot count, a fairly energized first period for the most part. We'll see if the remainder of the game would be like that. Spoiler, kind of. Pastrnak comes in offside 3 minutes into the second period. Bruins had some pressure. Big miss, too many men call. That one I thought definitely should have been called. There was one later in the game that fans thought should have been called. The player coming on didn't touch the puck, and they didn't play the puck really. They just held on to it. This one, it was played by the man coming on before the guy going off could not get off, so that one was botched. Habs fans getting into it a little bit. Habs do have momentum. Pezzetta's a nice shot. Big hit in the corner. Another shot on net. Fans were getting louder. Pezzetta, surprisingly, I hate to say this, but I also like to say this, improving his game. He is no longer your generic fourth line plug. He's your generic fourth line plug who can have seemingly one offensive burst a game. Doesn't matter if he scores or not, just weird. Canadiens can't get the puck out. Montembeault's a big stop on Marchand. Bruins then push. And they go to the power play. Kovacevic is called for a hooking call. Pastrnak was on a breakaway. Very surprised there was no penalty shot. Pastrnak does get the shot off. However, it does not convert too well. Harvey Pinard gets held up behind the play. Canadian shorthanded. There's a 2-on-2 with Evans and Harvey Pinard. Shot doesn't get through. Harvey Pinard is then held up behind the play, I believe, by Brad Marchand, as Evans skates 1-on-1. Almost was a 2-on-1. Almost similar to the James Reimer thing, but I believe Marchand lets go right before there's probably about to be a penalty against him. Shot on net gets held. Bruins then press the other way. They have a lot of zone time. Marchand has a shot wider than that. The net was wide open for a 2-0 lead there. Good cross-crease pass. Marchand just off the tip of his stick and wide. Bruins pressure. They can't find much. Habs are 1-for-1 on the PK tonight. Caulfield off a good rush. There's a nice pass to Dvorak. He has space. Good shot into the chest of Swayman. No rebound is made available. Habs get a couple chances. Bruins try to pressure. Real good sticks for both teams, breaking up some rushes. Marchand then turns the puck over to Suzuki, tries to get a 3-on-2 rush going. Xhekaj then steps up on Heinen a few minutes later. Xhekaj was challenged by Carlo, turned it down. Surprisingly, Xhekaj was not super involved in the game. He had a couple hits, he had some good plays, but surprisingly, as much as you would think he'd get physical against the Bruins, he surprisingly wasn't, and might have arguably been better for the team actually tonight. There's a penalty to the Bruins. Carlo gets called for a hook as he had gotten his stick into the hands of a Canadian. That's fair. Habs with some amazing pressure. Amazing, of course. Good shots by seemingly everyone on the first unit. They get some chances. Power play looks good. And it's a 5-on-3 for 25 or less seconds. Zacha gets called for a trip on Anderson. I thought they wasted about 7 seconds when the referee got the hand up. I would have gave the puck right to the Bruins just to let them touch up and you get a little bit more 5-on-3 time, but didn't work. Unfortunately, the 5-on-3 not too hot. We kind of let it get to our heads. Okay, it's a 5-on-3. We need to score on this. Bruins easily clear, so we're 0-for-1 on the power play. Bruins then get more easy clears as the second power play unit comes on. That's the unit with not Monahan's on there. I believe it's Dvorak. Pearson's on there. Slavkovsky's on there. Galley's on the first unit with Monahan, Suzuki, Caulfield, and Matheson. Usually it's Xhekaj on that second unit as well. I figured I should probably try and start describing the power play units maybe. But yeah, so unfortunately that second unit not looking too great. First unit was a lot better on that first power play. First unit just surprisingly actually looking better. Usually it is the second unit that has a lot more chances. So we are 0-for-2 on the power play. But the Habs go right back. The refs feel bad for us, I guess. And yeah, with about 1:30 left, Pastrnak gets called on a high stick on a post follow-through of a shot. So if you take the shot and the follow-up rides into the face, that's not a follow-through. But Pastrnak rides up and he's trying to swing his stick back to to get control of it. And Canadiens' head is there. Thankfully, it's like that much from where he stops to the connect. So thankfully, it's not too hard. Might have been in the shoulder actually, but either way, it is the post follow through, 2 or less to the box. Habs try to feed Anderson. Weren't focusing much on Caulfield on the power play, and I thought that was actually helping them. A lot of teams figured, hey, focus on Caulfield. He's not going to be able to score, and the Canadiens are going to be screwed. Without realizing, we actually probably are better when they do cover Caulfield. We seem to try and focus on passing to him, and the guys are able to block the shot or just kind of block the pass to him if they leave him a little bit open. When they cover him, we are able to focus on a lot more of the guys, and Caulfield just, okay, I'll fake getting a puck or something. He's still able to find open space and get passes off, but the shots aren't coming too well for Caulfield on the power play at this stage. Bruins do get easy clears, though, to end the second. Habs will have about 35 seconds of power play time to enter the third period. Speaking of, the shots are 17-14 for the Canadiens, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Bruins after 40 minutes still. Habs on the power play, and we score about 25 seconds in. I just realized I forgot to turn this on. Let's go, baby. We got to get that going. Hell yeah. It is Big Dick Nick Suzuki from the blue line. The shot gets through on Swayman. It is a tied up game. Matheson and Caulfield with the assist on that one. 28 seconds in the third. I think I said 38 seconds. Habs are 1 for 3 on the power play. Really good shot by Suzuki. I thought Matheson actually took that and it was tipped, but no. Caulfield gets it to Matheson at the blue line. Pass right across Suzuki, just shoots it on net. I think he's hoping for a rebound or a tip from Monahan, but it's through. And there we go. And we score again. Not even 30 seconds later. Still in the opening minute, Brendan Gallagher, who's looked damn good in this season so far, makes it 2-1 Habs on his own rebounded shot. Evans gets the puck down to Guhle at the blue line, wrists it. Gallagher right in front with the tip. It's loose, rebound, dives for it, and it's in. Habs take the 2-1 lead 51 seconds into the game. So just like that, the Bell Center is roaring, probably shaking to some degree. And the Canadiens 2 goals in less than 30 seconds, and they all of a sudden have the lead, but the Bruins tie it up. Oskar Steen with a shot from the blue line, tips it past Montembeault. It's a 2-2 tie game. But wait, we've got a coach's challenge for goalie interference. On the replay, Steen, not only with the skate, a little tap on Montembeault, shoulder kind of drives into the arm, forcing him out of position, then gets the tip shot. That's fucking illegal. Goalie interference, no goal. Habs still keep a 2-1 lead. About 3 minutes into the game is when this takes place. Habs then try to push afterwards, some good chances. Marchand then gets an unsportsmanlike conduct about 6 minutes in. He felt like he was hooked. And by the way, if my notes at this point in the game are a little bit vague, it was about 11 minutes into the game when I was trying to take notes for 3-4 minutes in. So, yeah, they usually pause 10 minutes into the third period. That's usually when they take their first commercial break. And we had to pause. So my dad was skipping through the commercials. I had to quickly try to take notes as fast as I could. Would get caught out, but yeah, the notes are a little bit more vague than the first and second. I was very proud of those notes, by the way, the first and second period. But Marchand gets called for an unsportsmanlike conduct. He feels he's hooked. He yells at the officials. They don't like it. Habs go to the power play. Marchand, the only thing I have to say to him is, Canadiens can't really get too much, unfortunately. They clear it out. And there's 2 penalties to the Habs late on the power play. Canadiens can't get much. Newhook gets called for a hook that's a bit iffy. And right before the Canadiens touch up, Gallagher with a hook that's on the hands. Both are going off for a hook. 1 for 4 on the power play for the Montreal Canadiens. It's a brief 4-on-3 power play for the Bruins that turns into a 5-on-3. And then obviously both guys come out. It's a 5-on-5. No other Canadian would get an extra 2 just for existing, at least. I don't think so. Bruins pressure hard on the PK. Guhle and Kovacevic with big shot blocks. There's another Canadian that had a shot block. I apologize that I can't remember which one. It might have been Jordan Harris, because I know Jordan Harris, I think it was Harris or Barron, one of the two, had left the game at some point during the third period. They had not taken a shift, so the Canadiens were down to 5 defensemen. Montembeault stops Marchand late. We are all killed off all of a sudden. It is a 5-for-5 PK for the Montreal Canadiens. Gallagher off a sudden turnover. It's a 3-on-2. Just can't find Dvorak. The Bell Center wanted to get into a 3-1 Canadiens lead. Chanting ole, ole, ole. Canadiens pressure. The Bruins try to come back in numbers. Bruins then go to the power play. Pearson's called for a trip. That sucks. And the Canadiens are tied up 2-2. Marchand gets the Bruins the lead as a puck just tipped off his skate. I could see how some people might say it's a intentional deflection, but he's trying to stop in front of the net. I think he guides it slightly. I don't think it's enough to warrant a kicking motion. However, I do think it is a legitimate goal. The Bruins have tied this game up at 2-2. I believe off a good shot from, I believe it was Pastrnak that gets the rebound right to Marchand. Habs are 5-for-6 on the PK tonight. For one of the best power play units in the league, I believe, is Boston's. Very good PK for the Canadiens, both from their blue liners and from Sam Montembeault to make as many saves as he would end up making on it. Bruins then have some pressure. Habs coming back in numbers. Swayman used the blocker on Gallagher. So basically what happens is third line's out there. They're pressuring. There's a shot on net. Gallagher, of course, right in front with Monahan. Both guys trying to poke. Everybody's coming in. Gallagher trying to poke. I guess he pokes at Swayman's pad. Swayman uses a blocker. Gallagher retaliates. Pulls off Swayman's helmet. Swayman with some punches. No fucking call. Because why would the Canadiens get a power play late in the crucial game that they need to win? Yeah, nobody's in to defend Gallagher. Jack had been tied up. I think it was with Charlie Coyle, I think it was, that he got tied up with. Swayman's laughing with the referees afterwards, so not a good look on the NHL or the Bruins at that stage. Swayman is kind of a piece of shit. This is not the first time he's done this. Almost looks as bipolar as Jordan Binnington, though thankfully not as much of a piece of shit, but still not good. Bruins then get chances. There's a cross-check from behind. Bruins don't get a penalty because why would they? Canadiens and Bruins just then kind of wait out the final few minutes. There's a few loose chances, not a ton of them overall. And this thing is going to overtime. So the shots are 26-25 for the Bruins. The shots are 26-25 for the Bruins. It's a 2-2 tie game after the third period, after 60 minutes of regulation. We require overtime. Bruins win the initial faceoff, and they win the game, because why wouldn't they? They win the faceoff. No. They push after both teams have the puck 45 seconds in. Pastrnak has a good stop on by Montembeault. Habs go back the other way, not too much with Suzuki and Caulfield out there. Habs get Anderson and Newhook out there. Andy with a really good deke. Good push in the zone. Pass to Newhook. Can't bury it. Marchand goes to clear. And the Canadiens score. Who is it? Overtime. Hear it? That's right. It's Kaiden Guhle. Who else would it be that scores the overtime game-winning goal? Kaiden Guhle with the shot. Matheson, by the way, had a good chance earlier in the overtime. Nobody's there because you wouldn't want a 3-0 back the other way. Why would you? Matheson had a really good deke that got in. The rest of the guys are back because why would you want a 3-0 back the other way if that doesn't score? Instead, take the 3-on-2. And plus, Matheson's speedy enough, he could probably get back in the play regardless. But Kaiden Guhle, like I said, with the goal, Habs win it 3-2 for the first time in 4 years. Montreal beats the Boston Bruins. We apparently face them again next Saturday, so that's going to be a big game. Canadiens, like I said, with the win 3-2 in overtime. I'm looking at NHL.com right now. The goal is still being credited as unassisted because Marchand tried to clear it, like I said. I believe if he doesn't get full control, the assist would go to Newhook and Anderson. I'm giving honorary assist to Anderson and Newhook on that easily. Anderson drove the play there. He got a really good pass from Anderson. Really great deke to just could have gotten the shot off, but he knows he's snake bitten. Had that nice pass to Newhook down. Try to get the shot off. Marchand can't clear. Guhle with the goal. Final shots are 28-27 for the Canadiens. They have the one shot that matters. Montreal with the 3-2 victory in the overtime period. That is right, boyos. Whew. All right, so I think it's time to get into the Canadiens' stats for this game. Goal, Caulfield has 5 goals, 9 assists for 14 points. Sean Monahan, who's unfortunately, his point streak ends at 7. Unfortunately, no points for him tonight. Still has 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points though so far. Sorry, Nick Suzuki actually has more points. I did not actually adjust the points. I'm doing that right now. I know, shame on me. Bad Harry. I didn't remember to do that. But Nick Suzuki is second on the team in points. He has 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. Sean Monahan, 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. His 7-game point streak unfortunately comes to an end. Would have been awesome to see him get one. But you know what? I won't be greedy. He's playing pretty well right now. Mike Matheson, remember like 5 games ago when he wasn't playing like a top 15 defenseman? Yeah, he's got 3 goals, 8 assists, 11 points in 13 games this year. Brendan Gallagher, 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points. He's looking good right now, I'll say. Alex Newhook, the new acquisition from Colorado this past deadline, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Tanner Pearson has 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. Kaiden Guhle, with his first goal of the season, has also 5 assists for 6 points. Justin Barron, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Raphael Harvey-Pinard, who again comes back in the lineup after missing some games with injury, has 4 assists. Jake Evans, a goal, 2 assists for 3 points. I wish he had 3 assists and 4 points. That'd be nice. Joseph Kafsky and Michael Pezzetta each with a goal and an assist for 2 points. Kirby Dach, who's unfortunately out for the remainder of the regular season. Arbor Xhekaj and David Savard, who's out roughly 3 to 5 weeks now, all with 2 assists. Along with Jordan Harris. I keep forgetting Harris has 2 assists. I'm sorry, Jordan Harris. Please forgive me. Jesse Ullinen and Joel Armia each with a goal. And Joshua Anderson. Oh, Armia was also a healthy scratch tonight. And Josh Anderson with a single assist. Arbor Xhekaj has 3 fights. Michael Pezzetta's got 2. And Tanner Pearson, just a lone fight. Whew. So yeah, boys, that is going to do it for today's game. Again, probably the last video exclusive that I will be doing. Potentially, I will try to stream tomorrow for the Habs and Canucks game. There's a very off chance that I might come up for play-by-play. I know it would have been like, Harry, why didn't you just come up for Habs and Bruins? My parents are going to be away for at least the first period of tomorrow's game. So, yeah, I'm figuring why not? I'll come up live for the at least first and probably part of the second, because I know that my parents aren't going to be home until probably at least the third period's on. And to anyone asking, Harry, why don't you just go live regardless on any game? Well, because usually by the time I'm recording these, my mom's sleeping and I don't want to keep her up with the games. I can be basically as loud as I want when she is sleeping, because somehow I don't wake her up. But yeah, I obviously don't do that because I'm not going to be a fucking cancer. But yeah, like I said, we will attempt, if I can remember, of course, to go live for the Canadiens and Canucks game tomorrow. There's actually also a good setup for the actual game, because scoreboard, all right, 1-0, blah blah blah, and I can actually get that up. So this is actually a pretty good. I can get it up like like if I was taking Viagra. But this actually does work good for a live game stream as opposed to just a post game. But yeah, enough rambling from me. This video is going on long enough. Potential game stream for the Canucks and Canadiens tomorrow. Guaranteed, though, I will try to do a live stream. I didn't do it tonight just because I do have stuff that I'm doing after the stream, after I upload this. So, yeah, that is going to do it again, like I said, for today's video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite channel includes, but it's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Friends. My name is Rice. Subscribe to Puff Club, H Clubs, Hub Up, D Nation if you're a member of the Mouse Squad. Any more comments? Thanks for writing comments on streams and interviews. It is much greatly appreciated. My name is Harry Rice. Links in the description are the Amazon wishes, the PO Box, PayPal, the Discord, the Twitch, the Letterboxd, Twitter account, and the Streamlabs are all down there as well. If you guys do want to donate to the October-November Dono goal, link is in the description. That'd be much appreciated. That is going to do it again for today's video, guys. I am Montreal. Always remember, no matter how bad we were last year, how good we are like this year. Go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Harry again, and I'm out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Bye. Let's go, baby. Time to